7x plus y equals 1, and we are given 2x squared minus y equals 3. I asked to find the value of x and y respectively. So this is simultaneous equation as usual. To arrange these equations, we have a linear and a quadratic equation here. So it's going to be bring this one over to this side and arrange it. Now when you are bringing the quadratic expression, the y should be at one end, whereas the x variable or the s squared term and the number term should be at one side of the equation. Now this is very, very important, guys. Now if you do this, you're going to have y will be 2x squared minus 3. So when you arrange this is what we're going to have. So basically what I did, I took this y over to this side, changed to positive. I brought this 3 over this side, changed to negative. Okay, now once you have gotten this, substitute what you have here for the value of y here in this linear expression. So when you do it, you're going to have 7x plus 2x squared minus 3 equals 1. Okay, so when you break this down, you're going to have 7x plus 2x squared. Okay, this is square. Let me write it square. So we have square here minus 3. This one cross over the positive sign, change negative, minus 1 equals 0. So this final expression with 7x plus 2x squared minus 3. Sorry, minus 3 minus 1 will give us minus 4 equals 0. So let's arrange it orderly. So the leading term will come first. The leading term here is 2x squared. So we're going to have 2x squared plus 7x minus 4 equals 0. We now have a quadratic expression. So at this juncture, let's find the roots of this equation. The roots of the equation will be our x values. So with it, we can find our y values. To begin with, we need to factorize this. Okay, once we have done how to deal with quadratic equation involve factorization, and in that video, if you have not watched it, check it and watch it. Very important, guys. I said in that video that when the coefficient of x squared is more than 1, you multiply that coefficient with what we have here. The coefficient of x squared is more than 1, we have 2. So when you multiply 2 by negative, we're going to have negative 8 here. Okay, now ask yourself, what are two numbers that when you multiply them, you get negative 8, and when you add them, you get 7. This 7 here. Now, let's experiment. I feel the two numbers will be... Okay, so let's take 8 and plus 1. Let's take negative 8 and plus 1 and see what it's going to give us. Minus 8 times plus 1 give us minus 8. Okay, now minus 8 plus 1 will give us minus 7. All right, so it's not going to work. That means we are going to try minus 1 and plus 8. Minus 1 times plus 8 will give us minus 8, and minus 1 plus 8 will give us 7. So this will be the factors we are going to make use of. So when you bring it to this side, at this juncture, this negative 8 has finished serving its purpose after imputing it here. So we're going to have 2x squared minus x plus 8x minus 4 equals 0. Now let's wipe some parts of this and complete this. So when you get here, we're going to do what we call factor by grouping at this juncture. So when you do factor by grouping, you're going to have 2x squared minus x in brackets. So we have plus 8x minus 4. So when you factorize this first bracket, you're going to have, okay, x in bracket 2 minus 1 plus, now when you factorize this 8x minus 4, we're going to have 4 in bracket 2x minus 1. So this is a precise way to do it. Now you bring this x plus 4 together and 2x minus 1 will stay together. So one of the way to check what you're doing is correct is when what you have here is the same thing with what you have here. Okay, so it's correct already using that verification. So we're going to have x plus 4 and 2x minus 1. All right, so let me wipe up and complete this solution. So that means our x will have two values. Now, x plus 4 equals 0 and 2x minus 1 equals 0. So we make x the solid formula here. This 1 crossover, change to 1. So divide both sides. We're going to have 2x equals 1. To make x the solid formula, divide both sides by 2. So our x is 1 over 2 or 0.5. And our x will be also, this 4 equals over, change to negative 4. Okay, so x will be negative 4 or 0.5. So now that you have these outputs, let's wipe everything. We have known the output of x. Let's wipe everything here. Okay, so we got our x to be 0.5 and negative 4. Okay, you now say, let's substitute the values of x respectively in this equation 1. So when x is 0.5, we're going to have 7 times 0.5. Remember, we are looking for y plus y equals 1. So this is going to give us 7 times 0.5 will give us 3.5. 3.5. Let me write it 3. So we're going to have 3.5 plus y equals 1. So that means to make y the solid formula, this 3.5 comes over the quantities. I'm going to have y equals 1 minus 3.5. Okay, so the output, when you subtract, you're going to get minus 2.5 to the value of y when x is 0.5, or when x is negative 4. When you substitute it here as well, you're going to have 7 times negative 4, okay, plus y equals 1. So 7 times negative 4 gives us negative 28 plus y equals 1. So we make y the solid formula. This negative 28 plus over, we're going to have 1 plus 28 give us about 29. Okay, now let's also verify using this second equation and see the output of y if we're going to get negative 2.5 and 29 respectively. So when our x is 0.5, when you plug it here, so y will be 2 times 0.5 square minus 3. So when you punch everything in your calculator, let me punch and see what it's going to give me. Okay, so when you punch everything in your calculator, it will still give you minus 2.5. Okay, what of when x is negative 4? So when you plug it here, you're going to have, so 2 times minus 4 square minus 3. So when you simplify everything, minus 4 square will give us 16. Okay, 16 times 2 will give us 32. 32 minus 3 will give us 29. Okay, so these values of x we got are valid. Finally, let me wipe up and show you how you're going to express your answer. Since this question involved a quadratic expression, we're going to have two respective values for x and y. So we're going to say when x is 0.5, y equals minus 2.5. Okay, and when x is negative 4, y is what? 29. Okay, so this is how you're going to represent it as your answer. So that's basically the idea behind solving simultaneous equation that involves quadratic expression.